So when Hunter Biden came to me and asked me to smuggle Natalie Biden into the prison for him, I told him no problem. Hunter came to Shawshank Prison in early 2024 for felony tax crimes and charges of bribery and corruption. He was sent here on account of refusing to give up his accomplice, still to this day known only as the Big Guy. On the outside, he was a board member of a large Ukrainian natural gas company. Suspiciously good work for a man as young and untalented as he was. It's fair to say I didn't think much of Hunter the first time I laid eyes on him. Looked like a stiff breeze would blow him over. That was my first impression of the man.
Hunter Biden has been found guilty on all 3 counts. Go ahead and smash that like button right now because this video is going to be a little bit of fun. Now, it's kind of bittersweet because the left is already using this to sweep for the insane Trump conviction like we all knew they would. But there's a lot to talk about here, including the Second Amendment, the impact on that. And I have some opinions on that. Also, obviously, the fallout from this conviction, which is, wasn't unexpected. I thought perhaps as I would try to play a little fourth dimensional chess and hope that he actually would not be convicted because I felt like that would be better. Just another perfect example of the corrupt legal system. And to be honest, as a purist, nowhere that I've seen in the Second Amendment does it say that you don't have the right to bear arms if you enjoy a little bit of the Parmesan, if you know what I mean. I know because it's Hunter and it's close relation to Biden and this, that, and the other thing, it's easy to be like, ha, 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 ha. And I will grant everyone that. But that's neither here nor there. Let's get right into the details. Hunter Biden found guilty on all 3 counts. The jury deliberated for just 3 hours. I'm sure his dad, Joe Biden, is extremely proud of his son right now. By the way, my coffee company, I'll be real quick, Coffee Brand Coffee, we do what I think are easily the best gift boxes anywhere in the country. And we have a special Father's Day gift box that I think you'll really love. Promo code DAD to save. It's this beautiful Father's Day gift box, or you can custom build. And tomorrow's the last day to get yours ordered. So make sure you order yours right now. Make sure you get your custom Father's Day gift box. Here you can see the Father's Day gift box includes our medium roast, a sweet camper vacuum mug, as well as our toffee brand toffee with almonds and our velvety hot cocoa. Comes in a gift box ready to gift, or you can build your own if you're looking for a great Father's Day gift. Click build your own. You can choose from all of our flavored, unflavored coffees, whole bean, ground, our cocos, our premium snacks, gear and accessories. Promo code DAD to save. Make sure you get it ordered today because I think tomorrow's the last day. Tomorrow's the last day to get through and make sure you get it in time, and you'll save 10% with promo code DAD. So make sure you get that. Make your dad proud. Breaking: Hunter Biden found coffeebrandcoffee.com, link in the description. Hunter Biden found guilty on all counts. 54-year-old Biden faces a maximum of 25 years in prison for the charges relating to the federal screening form that he lied on. So the jury in the Hunter Biden trial returned a guilty verdict Tuesday morning. The 12-person jury in Delaware began deliberating charges late Monday, so it was just 3 hours from what I've been told. The 54-year-old Biden faces a maximum of 25 years in prison for the charges related to lying on a federal screening form and possessing the item illegally. The charges stem from Biden's, of course, love of the Parmesan. At the time of the purchase, federal law prohibits users of the Parmesan, as we'll say, from possessing any weapons. Again, I don't agree with that law. The Second Amendment does not say that. That's just my opinion. But I'm Team Low Road, if you haven't been watching my live streams at 5:30 Eastern every day. So now I don't care. If these are the rules that Republicans have to live by, so I'm fine with Democrats living with it, I guess, in lieu of having an actual fair justice system. Biden, of course, had acknowledged his addiction in the memoir, but his lawyer, Abbe Lowell, argued that during the trial, he didn't knowingly lie on the form, as he recently completed a rehab program and allegedly wasn't using at the time, in which, of course, we all know he was. During the trial, evidence presented from his electronic devices showing an April 2018 photo of the Parmesan, as well as text messages about using Parmesan in the days after he purchased the item. Prosecutor Leo Wise said in his closing argument Tuesday, the central issue in this case is that the evidence has established beyond a reasonable doubt that the defendant was, of course, an unlawful user of Parmesan, and at the time he purchased his item back in October 12th, he knew he was using. That's what the evidence shows, and he knew he was addicted. That's what the evidence shows. Now, sentencing is set for someday in the next 120 days, which would put us, 4 months? It would still put us before the election. He faces up to 25 years in prison and a $750,000 fine. I don't think anybody believes that he will actually do any time for this, and quite frankly, he shouldn't. I know that might make you recoil when I say this, but I mean, I don't believe that your Second Amendment rights should be prohibited by your choice of recreational Parmesan usage. And he's also a first-time offender. What I'm more interested in, here's what the truth is. The left figured, well, we got to have a sacrificial lamb here. They've been on Hunter for so long. So what did they go after him for? Not all the questionable 10% for the big guy. Not after the, how did he get this job at Burisma in Ukraine, where we just happen to be at war right now. Just a coincidence, I'm sure. None of this stuff. None of the stuff on the laptop. None of the obvious, purchase of humans that he did for a very long time, or rental of humans for a very long time. Nothing about, him possibly using his father to get business deals and business agreements. No, just this stupid form he lied on that, in my opinion, people shouldn't even have to fill out. The Second Amendment doesn't say you get a Second Amendment right after you fill out a form and ask Papa Government if you're allowed to. It's in the Constitution. Now, of course, Hunter sat expressionless as the court officer read off the jury verdict. That's because he already knew he had to take the fall, in my opinion. After the third guilty rang out over the courtroom, speakers, he turned and hugged a member of his legal team and remained seated until the jurors stood to leave. Prosecutors Leo Wise and Derek Hines sat equally motionless throughout the short proceeding because, again, everybody knew how this was going to turn out. I mean, quite frankly, just because I disagree with the law does not mean that it doesn't exist. I disagree with federal background checks. However, I think that he knew he was going to be convicted. I think they knew that he was going to take the fall so that the left could say, see, it's not a two-tier justice system. See. And again, Hunter Biden is not a former presidential candidate. He is not going to do any jail time. He might get a small fine and a suspended sentence of 100 days or something. Now, after the judge excused jurors, she said she would get back in touch with the parties to schedule sentencing date in the next 120 days. Biden could face up to 25 years in prison, though legal experts believe he will not serve any time as a first-time non-aggressive offender. I mean, if you look at New York, you could push someone in front of a subway train and not do any time. You could be out in the same day. Now, of course, the sweeping already has begun. You can see many of these tweets saying, is the Hunter thing a distraction? Is it pressure to force Joe out, before the convention? No, of course not. You see, I predict Hunter Biden accepts his verdict and sentencing like a man, unlike Donald Trump. So Hunter Biden guilty on all three charges. Now the maggots can shut the F up and focus our full attention on convicted felon Donald Trump and his sentencing, which is a month from today. This is, again, the left is going to use this to sweep for what they did, to cover up for what they did to Donald Trump, which is still, wildly different. This guy knowingly broke this law. There was no denying that he broke this law. There was incredible amounts of evidence. And, the idea that this is over for Hunter, by the way, is not. It's not over for him. In fact, Biden faces 25 years in prison. We know he's not getting that. Biden is separately charged in LA federal court with failing to pay taxes on more than $1.4 million in income over several years. He's also on trial for that this September. Think about that. This is going to be bad for Joe Biden. Like this, much like the Trump conviction, I think will have faded from most people's kind of forefront thought, their psyches. It's going to fade for most people by November. I mean, that's 5 months away, 5.5 months away before the election. People won't remember this conviction of Hunter because it has nothing to do with what we're actually worried about, actual connections to Joe Biden. It just, some poor addict, lied on a form he shouldn't have had to fill out. I don't really care about this charge. I care about everything else he allegedly did. Having the White House sell his paintings too, obviously, all this kind of stuff. Same thing with Trump. No one's going to care about his conviction come voting season. It's too long ago. However, his other case, which is a federal case on tax evasion, September is just 2 months before the election. So he could very well, become a big distraction for the Joe Biden campaign right up at the election time. You see that a lot of the sweeping, if you look just even at, obviously this is worldwide trending, but if you see a lot of the, replies, like let's say to, Papa Tim, who will put out his video in the next 60 minutes and scoop me. So make sure you watch my video and you leave a like on it and you share it. You see, let's wait for the sentencing. See, there's no two-tier justice system. Hunter was found guilty of lying on an application, so he won't be charged for his much more serious crimes. Yeah, it's true. That's what I believe. I believe that they thought, hey, let's get him on this one thing so everyone will shut up about all the other heinous stuff he obviously was at least needs, more looking into. Why the FBI covered for him and said that, this laptop was fake, even though now it was a part of the trial. Who else has money on Joe Biden pardoning him, then stepping down from running this election? Do people think Joe Biden will step down because of this? I don't. Joe Biden doesn't even know where he's going. He doesn't know if he's going left or right. You think he's like thinking, hey, it's a good time for me to step down? And by the way, it's June. Who are they going to put in? Michelle Obama? Hillary Clinton? Gavin Newsom, who got embarrassed by Ron DeSantis in his debate? None of those choices fare any better than the potato in chief, the Roomba vacuum in chief, Joe Biden. With the Trump and Biden cases, we have conservatives being in favor of limitations in the right to bear arms. I'm not in favor of that. Liberals being against billionaires paying too much in taxes. Yeah, right? I mean, there must be a strategic reason, sacrificial lambs, so they can pretend the justice system is legit. I definitely agree with that. I think that this was just one of those things. They're like, hey, maybe everyone will shut up about this. Now you can see number one in trending, Hunter Biden. This was a crime that I don't think anybody really suggested. Hunter Biden guilty, yawn. The true crimes of the Biden family remain untouched. This is a fake trial, according to Charlie Kirk, to try and make the justice system appear balanced. Don't fall for it. All this kind of stuff. Hunter Biden being convicted on firearms charges, the ultimate red herring of red herrings. The DOJ allowed the statute of limitations to expire on his most serious tax charges, buried evidence in the Biden's foreign bribery allegations, and attempted to give Hunter a sweetheart deal. Hunter Biden is a red herring. The real person of interest, the Ukraine laundry, is the big guy. We all know who that is. So you see all sorts of sweeping going on. People saying, hey, this is, done, and I'm not surprised. But we'll have to see, I guess, come sentencing time, what this all means. I hope you're informed by the video. If you were, please do leave a like on it. If you haven't yet, please do subscribe or follow down below, and we'll talk to you again real soon.